Let it go.
Let it go. Something, something, something. Welcome to pretty much it.
Welcome to Pretty Much
Welcome
It.
to Hot Dog Studios.
Hot Dog Studios. Hot Dog Studios. We are in Hot Dog Studios right now.
Why we called Hot Dog
Yeah, if
Studios?
you're listening, we have a big hot dog on the wall, and that's it. There's nothing else to it.
We don't manufacture hot dogs.
Nope.
We don't write reviews about hot dogs.
Nope,
we
not
don't
anymore.
even. Do you like hot dogs?
I love hot
Yeah,
dogs.
I love
Yeah, I
hot
like
dogs.
hot
I love them.
Big shout out to Andrew Comic Guy for letting us
Andrew,
have his
comic
hot
guy.
dog.
Yes, thank you for the hot dog, Andrew.
We love you.
Today is Friday, February 28th, 2014. Welcome to Pretty Much It, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Eric.
I'm Jake.
I'm Mike, but you should know that already because we're best
They might be
friends.
new. They might be new.
They might be new. If you're new, now you know.
Now,
you know.
if you're new, I have to tell you, we do commentary tracks for really funny things like movies and TV shows and stuff that are bad, and we make them fun and funny. And this
Usually.
week, we have a brand new one for the third season of The Secret Life of the American Teenager. We watched the premiere and the finale, and
mess.
it is hilarious.
Yeah.
Check out this clip.
In high school, honestly, that used to be my favorite thing, making out in my dad's car.
I really don't care.
Not with my dad. With my with
for
one or two
clarifying.
girlfriends.
What did turning that light off do?
nothing.
It did not change the light in the room.
I'm a very safe driver.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
famous last words.
You know who else said that?
JFK.
Paul Walker.
No. Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman was a retard.
Rain Man?
Rain Man. That's what Rain Man said. He said, I'm a very safe driver.
Best sample ever and one of the funniest commentary tracks ever.
That's great.
But it also gets real. It also gets super serious.
It does, especially for an ABC.
There's a
family
shocking
show.
ending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
so
actually,
definitely check it out.
I was crying a little bit. I was actually tearing.
Yeah, everybody on Patreon's been watching it all week, and they've been cracking up. They've been quoting it all week.
Thanks,
If
guys.
you want to be a cool dude and get it that early Patreon free before anyone else, all you got to do. I'm trying to look as cool as I can.
Oh,
Wait, hold on.
you look cool. Patreon.com/pretty
Wait,
much
wait,
it. It's linked in the info.
Wait, all you got to do is log on that www.patreon/prettymuchit.com and give us a little money.
Or patreon.com/pretty
Being
much
kinda
it. Thank you
mean
very
about
much. The only other thing I have to say is that my iMac, I think, is broken for good. That I use to edit usually.
How are
and
we gonna
so
make things?
we are filming the show with my iPhone this week. So if it looks like poo-poo garbage, that's why.
Everything dies, guys.
Everything dies
Everything
eventually,
dies.
so I got to get situated with a new setup to edit and work on. So
Yeah.
bear with us, please. I wanted to have like all the Monday show stuff done and ready to go for next week. Probably not. That's okay.
New
see
Monday
what
show
the-
stuff?
Yeah.
We're going to meet Steve Jobs after this.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
see what he can do.
Well, the Mac is for sure, because it's dead.
He's gonna meet his maker.
yeah.
He's gonna meet his
He's
maker.
going to float up to the pearly Mac gates, and Steve welcomes him.
This is good.
Well,
because
he's gonna go to the Pearl gates, the Ajax gates, or the JavaScript gates,
That's kind of funny.
or the Bill gates.
Oh,
that's hell. That's hell.
Oh, that's hell.
amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we get into this week?
Yeah, let's go.
All the news, because there's a
we
lot
got
of big news.
movie news to talk about.
all right.
Let's start off with movie news. Yes. First things first, I have to tell you, it's not really news necessarily, but what's trending? They did a great video that I thought was like really, really well done, very informative. What's trending? They did an Oscars video. And it's linked in the info on YouTube, and I definitely highly recommend it if you are not sure, sort of, about how things at the Oscars work, and
how they
relative to other award shows. It's kind of like the percentage of times that like things that won at that award show win at the Oscars, and blah blah blah, yada yada yada, that stuff.
Informative.
If you've never seen the Oscars, people get gold statues for pretending to be someone else.
Yes. Speaking of pretending to be somebody else, we have some news about the Steve Jobs
This is
biopic.
very exciting.
Okay. So
Oh
now
my.
we know that Aaron Sorkin finished the script, and it's that whole 30-minute, 30-minute segments thing, which I'm very interested in.
Sorkin, the great writer. You know
Sorkin
he was
the
a
Great.
drug
Sorkin the Great.
addict. You know he was a drug addict.
Good for him. That's why he's great.
That's a writer
But
for you.
we have a potential director. He's not
Found that
confirmed.
out. Yeah.
He's not confirmed, but I
if
mean,
it is,
he's in
he's
for
in
talks,
talks.
and I'm sure he would love to do this.
Can I say it?
I think you need to say it. I don't even know if I can say the words.
David Fincher. Yes. David
my
Fincher,
God.
for those of you who don't know, he was a director of The Social Network. And
My
stuff
favorite
like that.
movie
This
ever.
would be like the stars align, and it's just a perfect combination of everything.
is perfect,
a perfect
isn't
sandwich
it?
was just made.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got Aaron Sorkin writing a movie about Steve Jobs, directed
Right off the
by-
bat, already interested.
Yeah. Directed by-
Ashton Kutcher is playing him. Oh, wait, no.
Don't
Jake,
exactly.
you're wrong.
That happened already, didn't it?
Yep.
Ugh. Well,
But yeah, so if David Fincher directs this, it's going to be the best movie of the year that it comes out.
I honestly if the tone was similar to something like this,
It should just be the exact
House
same
of
movie.
Cards,
It should be the same movie.
Perfect.
There definitely needs to be a director who thinks outside of the box. What's in the box?
They made me laugh.
Anyway,
I
you need a
get
director
it.
who thinks outside of the box because, like we've said up pretty much it before. This is going to be like 3 acts,
30-minute real-time segments, basically.
Yeah.
Although it's odd, I don't want to get into this because this is not about the directing, this is about the
Yeah.
script itself. And I trust that Sorkin knows what he's doing, so I don't even know why I'm saying this. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering why it's the original Mac I get. Next, okay, that's kind of fun. But then the iPod,
That was a big deal.
I would say the iPhone.
Well, the iPhone was a big deal. I mean, the iPod changed
So much
MP3
later in his
for-
life. I know.
Yeah, but
the,
I
would- I
the
would-
iPhone changed to how
I
we
would've skipped
communicate.
next.
Yeah, but like
No, next is interesting though
I-
for his life.
iPods that changed music forever.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true. But what's music or communication? I think communication is
well,
bigger.
that's the climax of the movie. You got the computers, you got music, and then you got the big one,
possible.
his big finale.
I don't know. I think like I said, it's Sorkin. What am I going to be like? Sorkin, you might have goofed.
Yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Or like the one time when he was like demonstrating something and the Wi-Fi stopped working.
Oh, that's classic. I doubt they'll include that.
It just ends on that.
It just ends with the and he's just like,
Michael Bay comes
son
out.
of a, and
give us a
then
second.
no, he goes, he looks at the crowd and goes, son of a, and then it goes to credits and it's like, da na 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 na.
I was trying to think of a good song,
Woo-hoo.
I was trying to think
They show,
Celebrate good
imagine like
times.
those silhouette commercials, but it's like
Yep.
Steve Jobs silhouette.
Yep.
And it's like he's just shuffling.
Twitching.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Shuffling.
the shuffle.
Yeah,
I get it.
The iPod shuffle.
I get it. Now, I am very excited about that, but again, not confirmed. Fingers crossed.
So don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, it's still really
No.
exciting though. The
Let's
next news
talk
is-
about some more exciting
It's for me.
people news. We have Star Wars Episode 7. We have a potential villain,
Oh,
Adam Driver from Girls. and other things.
I don't know if we talked about this, but I mean, like, I appreciate Girls as a show.
I appreciate Girls too. Hey-o.
Oh, but I don't like it at all.
I don't like the show.
Really?
But yeah, it's just, I mean, it just doesn't. I don't jive with it. There's a
Not your
wavelength
style.
I'm not on.
Okay.
But Adam Driver is, anytime he's on screen, it's amazing.
genius.
He's
Yep,
amazing.
yep.
It's like he's got this kind of
Bizarre.
bizarre personality. It's not awkward because, like, how many times have
I know,
we
it's
seen
not
like
quirky,
the
it's not awkward. It's like a
I'm-
whole new genre
Yeah,
of personality.
Exactly, which is why, like, if you're gonna make a crazy space alien bad guy,
He already looks like he's from
well, I
another
mean, like, I
planet
guess
too.
if he's a bad guy, he's gonna have like makeup, maybe even horns.
If
Well,
you're
like,
lucky.
what is he going to be? Is he going to be an alien, or is
I
he
have
going to
no
just be
idea.
like a regular old Sith Lord?
Maybe
or
he's
like,
going
what
to
is he
be.
gonna
Maybe he's going to be from the race of the blue elephants from the cantina.
Oh, Max Rebo. No, he's
The Max Rebo race.
The Rebuns.
I forgot
Reebons.
what he was called.
Reebok.
But this is like imagine. I don't know because I don't know. I can't
He
think.
gave me
I'm-
nothing to
I'm
imagine.
thinking-
Wow, talk about blue balls.
I'm thinking of
I was imagining it.
I'm just thinking of so many Star Wars things at once, though. Like, could he play a Sith? Because there aren't really much Sith. They have to like have
He's
a
the secret
resurgence.
Sith.
Resurgence. I just said resurgence.
The
Yeah,
resurgence.
because you're saying Sith and it's throwing you off.
The resurgence of the secret
It's a
Sith.
hard
Of the
word.
fifth. The fifth.
So maybe he's just gonna play like a quirky alien bounty hunter or
A
something.
quirky alien bounty
And he's
hunter.
just a
Trying to
villain.
just find a way to get home. Rated dark for pirates. F you.
Outer
But yeah,
space.
I got to tell you, that's all I can think
yeah.
of
From
is
Llewyn Davis.
outer space.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's too perfect. I love that song.
Oh,
I'm excited about
man.
this though. I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
great, and I think that it's a very interesting choice.
So
you know what?
would this be our first official?
I guess
casting
so.
news
Well,
of-
it's not even official yet, but it will be probably.
I mean, like, even though it's not official, this is like the first time we're ever really talking about who's going to be.
This is the most solid I think we've gotten
Yeah.
so
Well,
far.
let's just
yeah.
give it because anytime there's ever a Star Wars movie rumor
News, yep.
Admiral Thrawn comes up. So
Admiral Thrawn.
that's the guy with the red eyes and the
Yeah.
blue face.
oh yeah, like people know who that is.
I know, but everybody acts like they do. I really do. 'Cause
Everybody
I'm
knows
cool.
who that is if you use the
If you-
internet.
Yeah. Well, you could Google. Yeah, but you gotta read the expanded universe, man. You know?
Oh
like, I'm
boy,
just saying,
you're actually interested
be a
in
noob.
that.
I'm saying that Adam Driver could maybe play Admiral Thrawn. He looks like him. I give it like a 5 Thrawn out of 10.
He's not blue though.
No, but they can do that.
Oh Christ.
Anyway.
Anyway, speaking of wars, console wars.
Oh yeah.
We got a new movie being worked on by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who of course did. They've done a bunch of movies together, but
Yeah.
what was most recent? Was 50-50 most recent? No, something else came out. Screw it. Who cares? But they're a good duo. I like them together,
solid.
working together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what they did? This is the end.
Stupid.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I was gonna say.
Tell you
Yeah.
that.
Oh, thanks, Jake.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're doing a movie, and it basically seems to be like in the vein of like Social Network, Steve Jobs, and all these kinds of things where it's like, sort of like Silicon Valley, upstarts and stuff like that. And this is upstarts or startups. And this is console wars. It's Sega versus what, Nintendo?
Yes.
That sounds
interesting
as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is cool because it's going to be because Nintendo was kind of like the power. I was going to say power horse.
Power Rangers.
Say the power horse.
Say the
anyway.
power horse. Anyway.
They were the power horse. And
Nintendo power.
Nintendo
and
power.
Sega at first was kind of like this little scrappy, like up and coming.
Yeah, but
thing.
they were the rebels.
Yeah, but they were the rebels.
Yeah, and they had like a really cool, like charismatic leader guy. And
Sonic the
Sonic
Hedgehog.
the Hedgehog.
No, I mean like in
I've
terms
been-
of like
I've been just
CGI.
Cool, charismatic leader guy.
I've just been repeating
Hedgehog,
Mike for
yeah.
the last minute or two.
Well, thanks.
Anyone
guys.
going to
I was
notice I've
trying
been
to-
mirroring Mike?
I was trying to give you guys input as to.
Important information.
I was going to try and give you
I
guys.
thought he was going to say we're trying to give you important information.
You're not.
Master Mike.
You're not though. You're just.
I know. I'm just trying to give you guys like some sort
And
of
I'm
perspective.
just ignoring you and copying everything Mike
I'm
says.
trying to give you perspective into what this movie's going to be like.
Next.
So you're welcome.
It's about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, boy.
All right. Okay.
All right. Okay. Next,
Can
we have
we
three
move on?
stories that start with S. First off, Shyamalan. And technically,
Stick around.
sub story topic is Sundowning is the name of the film.
Wow, so many S's.
Lots
I
of
can't
S's.
believe it.
He's been working on a very, very low budget small movie called Sundowning.
Cool.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means.
Well,
but I'm very excited.
Have you seen some? A colleague of ours, I believe it was Eric Davis. He was saying sundowning. Imagine that has to do with werewolves
I thought vampires.
or vampires. Yeah,
Vampires
I
or
guess
werewolves.
vampires because the sun goes
Maybe
down.
You're
even
thinking moon
bold.
upping.
Don't let the sun.
You're thinking moon upping.
go down on me.
Ooh,
Sorry.
I'm not the only one that's got a voice.
Yeah.
I am Adam
do it.
Levine, and I want you on my team. But no, I
The
think that
Levine
this is
team.
very exciting because this is
Definitely.
all I've wanted from Shyamalan to do. Like, stop with the big budget bullshit that hasn't worked
That
for
kind
you
of runs him
ever.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally, think of every movie that he did that sucked majorly. It was
Yeah.
all like big spectacle kind of stuff.
Yep.
Do you
Now
thi-
it's back down to just him.
And keep in mind, I liked The
hopefully,
Village. I know a lot of people didn't, but
I did too. It's
I
okay.
actually love The Village. It's my favorite Shyamalan movie. Sorry.
High five right here, up top.
Can I get my thought out now?
Yes.
Sorry.
Do you think M. Night Shyamalan will ever kind of
Kill
will ever-
himself?
maybe one day. Do you think that he will ever get past like the stigma he's got that like once his name shows up, the audience will
Laughs?
laugh?
Yeah, they laughed. Well, his name was not on the After Earth trailer.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think he's gonna get past that ever?
If he has another good movie, yeah. No.
No, I think no.
Because nobody would know. He would still be.
Uh,
You know what? The one thing I don't understand though is that every time that like he's mentioned, people say Shamalama Ding Dong, and I'm like, isn't that like completely racist? I don't
That is
care.
really racist,
But isn't that
yeah.
like the most racist thing you can imagine? That flies completely. Like nobody has an issue with that. Anyway, that's just.
I
an odd thing.
don't think he'll be able to shake it. But I think for people,
I'm
because the general people are
shaking.
stupid. But I'm saying to people,
Yeah, honestly, that's what it is. They would
people
never be
like,
like looking at the facts.
people
of
like
it.
us or some of you guys who are watching or listening who actually pay attention, he may be able to redeem
Sure,
himself.
absolutely, this
because
could
we
easily-
care. We want to see him.
This is
come
what I
back.
want, and I'm very excited. He's got his show he's working on, and he's
Well,
got
yeah,
this
that's
movie,
right.
and I can't wait.
Whatever happened? Wasn't Devil supposed to be the first of a trilogy?
That's not on him though. That's on. There's like he
Oh,
didn't
people
direct
back-
that. It's
Oh.
other
He
people
wrote it,
taking his
yeah.
stories, so that's on them.
but
I don't know.
that never finished.
It's supposed to keep happening. It's called The Night Chronicles, which is a brilliant title for
Yeah.
a series of movies. But I don't know.
What's it, almost
Anyway.
been like 5 years?
Maybe
since
3 years.
Devil?
2010,
Devil
almost
was
4 years.
Devil was solid.
I loved Devil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think M Night Shyamalan's got a lot of potential to do good stuff. I really think he does.
So, come on.
So here we go.
Come on, M. Night.
Next.
Is it Michael Knight?
In the-
like from Knight Rider? Is that
It's
his full name?
Manoj Neliatu Knight.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Nah, Shyamalan. what did I say? Knight. Did I say Manoj? That doesn't sound right.
That sounds
Manoj?
right.
Manoj.
Manoj or Manoj?
Manouche.
That's weird. I'm pretty sure that's it.
We're
I'm
uncultured.
gonna feel stupid if it's wrong, but it's Neliatu.
Oh, at least
Shyamalan.
we're not making fun of his name.
Yeah, Shyamalama Ding Dong. Anyway, next on the list of S-related stories, we have Stripped. Now, this is a movie that I backed on Kickstarter myself, and it is a movie. It's a documentary about comic strips. And it includes apparently the first audio interview with Bill Watterson, I
I
guess,
didn't know
ever.
about that.
Yep, that was the big exciting thing
an
about it. That's
audio
why they
interview?
got my money.
I thought the
Yeah.
big exciting thing was what you're going to talk about next.
Well, the
audio?
biggest
Yeah.
freaking exciting thing in the world to me, but to not everybody. I
For those
guess.
of you that don't know, Bill Watterson is Calvin and Hobbes.
Yes, Bill Watterson is the
Yeah.
guy who did Calvin and Hobbes. Incredible. I respect the hell out of him. He's a freaking god to me. But
All right.
Stripped has a poster, and Bill Watterson drew it.
And
it's the first comic-related Bill Watterson art. People have been saying it's the first art from him. That's not true.
No,
he just had a gallery, or he's got a gallery coming up. He's been
about all
doing
those,
art for years.
What about all those stickers of Calvin peeing on things?
Yeah, and he made those.
Yeah.
But so this is very exciting. I definitely love this poster.
I got goosebumps.
Right?
Only because it just felt like that Calvin and Hobbes feeling I had.
But did you know that he did it before you looked at? Like,
oh yeah, I did.
See, I looked at it at first, and I was like, I was like, wait a minute, this.
And then you looked, and you're like, oh,
yeah, I was like, this looks like.
It's like
this looks like.
It says it's got that kind of it says a picture says 1,000 words kind of thing. It's just like it feels like the humor, the guy jumping out of his pants and stuff like that. It feels.
And the dog with the iPad is brilliant.
Yeah, it feels like a Calvin Hobbes.
I have no attachment to any of this. So
Good for you.
I guess your childhood was just.
Why don't we move on to something that does
gray.
That does
Garfield? What was Garfield? Your comic book hero when you were?
No, my comic book hero was the X-Men. And
what about your newspaper comic?
you know what his was? His
Ziggy?
was Ziggy.
No.
His was Ziggy, or maybe Doonesbury.
No, I did. Hey, Doonesbury wasn't bad. No, I like
all those great comics about going to war. I love those as a
like
kid.
Dilbert. It was just going to war.
Dilbert!
Yeah.
Dilbert's the other one.
Let's take every Ziggy comic and just draw.
He was
Dick's face
Family
on it.
Circus.
Well, I did like Garfield because I could relate with the whole lasagna thing. I get that. Like,
anyway,
he likes lasagna. I like
lasagna.
lasagna. We're bros.
Speaking of things I like,
yeah. Speaking of things Jake likes, we have another thing in the S category here. We have, like I said, it's all stories that start with S for a little while here, and it's Space Jam 2.
Oh, I got a lot to say. I'll wait for Jake.
There's nothing to say.
Yeah,
there's nothing to say.
No, I mean,
because the news was that they were making LeBron James. They were making Space Jam 2 with LeBron James, and they're not. That's the story.
and the internet,
that was confirmed. That it was a goof.
it
He-
caught
he
fire,
said no,
and then it was denied. The internet burned down before they were even.
Yeah,
able.
wow. Talk about like a fire spreading
It
fast.
was within an hour, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like it was about an
Yeah,
hour of
they-
time that people thought it was true,
were like,
and then
whoa,
within an
whoa,
hour
whoa,
it was
no.
confirmed not true.
Well, like at first, I guess I should have known because I guess it sounded like a scenario that could happen. At first, I was like, wait a minute. The only reason why they made Space Jam was because in the '90s, like basketball and Michael Jordan was where
and
it was
Bugs
at.
Bunny and everything.
I mean, like that was it encapsulated everything in the '90s.
It doesn't make sense anymore.
No, it doesn't.
What would they do? I mean, like they could do it like with like like Peyton Manning and
playing football.
no, like
Oh
yeah,
my
like
God.
Peyton Manning and what cartoons are relevant now? Peyton Manning in Adventure Time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And the one with the Bluebird, the regular show or
Oh
whatever.
man, what, Peyton Manning
And Peyton
and
Manning
Adventure
would be
Time.
like, oh, what is going on? Ooh, because that's what I look at him
Written
and
by
I think that's how he
Jake
talks.
Baltino.
What's going on? Ooh, EEUGH. Ooh. Anyway, it's not happening. That's all that matters.
I
LeBron
just
said
wanted
he'd
to-
love to. Who the hell wouldn't?
That's good. Yeah,
I just wanted to say I just remember. I mean, did you guys like Space Jam?
Of course.
yeah. And I
Like-
watched it, and it still holds up mostly. for me.
I'm not trying to hop on my
Bill
own
Murray is the
my
best.
own hate train,
You don't like
but
Space Jam?
when I was a kid, it's a big childhood memory for me. It was devastating for me because I was so excited to see
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny like on the big screen,
Right.
but it was like,
But then you were like, who's this black guy?
well, it was like I knew who Michael Jordan was, but it was like. There was like a good 45 minutes of nothing but his family. And like, no,
Oh yeah, it was like it took place in the real world.
yeah,
for a
it was
while.
like no Looney Tunes, and I was just like, I remember almost crying.
And Bill Murray.
Yeah. I didn't know who Bill Murray was.
I know,
when
I
I was
know.
a kid.
You
I
were like,
remember.
where am
Why
I?
are my parents so excited he showed
And
up?
when I got it on VHS, I
fast
I
forwarded.
fast forwarded to
It's a
only two
cartoon
parts.
world.
2 parts. One part was when Daffy and Bugs
Fisheye.
were snooping around Michael Jordan's house.
That was cool. That was
and
impressive.
the other part that was impressive. And I think that the other part is when Bugs Bunny is explaining to Michael Jordan how they would all turn into slaves. That was
That
it.
was crazy. Yeah,
Oh.
that was crazy.
I turned Space
Oh.
Jam into 5
That
minutes.
had oh man. Now just think about what it would even be like now, like if they made Space Jam 2.
I mean, Bill Murray wouldn't do
What
it.
the
no, yeah.
No, but
no,
like-
you know who else? Jason Alexander was in that.
Oh,
movie.
God.
Wait,
he would do it.
It was
No,
Jason-
not
Wishes.
Jason.
No. It
Alexander.
was Newman.
Newman?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He would do it too. Actually, he would do it even
Newman
faster
would do
than
it,
Jason
yeah.
Alexander.
Can he still stand? Is he like? Can he walk?
But speaking of Bill Murray, who I brought up multiple times to sort of pre-set up a segue.
Oh, here we go. Here's the bombshell.
Ghostbusters. So here's the now. You know we don't like cover death specifically. So
This isn't a tragic death.
no, not well. Yeah, he died.
tragic.
Apparently, it was very painful. But
Oh.
apparently, he had a very very terrible end. Mr. Harold Ramis, by the way,
Egon himself,
not Ramis.
unfortunately.
Where did Ramis come from? Everybody's calling him Harold Ramis.
The ether.
Where did this come from?
I didn't know
don't
that.
understand.
That's weird.
Ramis.
Egon.
I don't
I'm so
understand this news, but Ghostbusters 3 is still on.
going. What?
Now, was he even attached in any way?
Yeah. He even did an interview recently. Bill Murray was the only one that was like, "Fuck that noise."
But now here's the thing.
Yeah, they were just going to do a cameo. Remember, it wasn't going to be them. They were going to be cameoing in it. I guess at the beginning or at the end they die. I don't know.
And especially they had kind of worked it out with him. He was going to have a really light thing because he had been sick for a
he's
while,
been sick
unfortunately.
for a while.
Yeah.
So
well,
it
you
was
saw
gonna be
year
a small
one.
thing.
That was all because he made year one because his brain was all scrambled.
What?
I'm kidding. It's just a piece of shit movie. I'm trying to make a gag.
Oh,
But imagine they
That
just
was
let
a
him
gag.
do it to feel better about himself.
Was that with Shia LaBeouf?
No, that was with Michael Cera
No.
and
Oh,
Jack
that's-
Black.
Was that when
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Franco was like a knight?
Michael
in
Cera.
Shining
Nope,
Armor?
not
No,
at
they
all.
were in like the cavemen.
Yep. So I almost wanted to be. I almost tweeted the other day.
Yeah, but Harold Ramis
I almost tweeted the other day. He also made year one.
So like,
You know what I mean?
Hashtag-
So
hashtag
let's
just
chill out.
that.
I'm kidding. I
Taking the
mean,
good with the bad.
he's one of the greatest. He's one of the absolute greatest.
He was a killer in Stripes. He was so funny.
I was actually like part of it was as sad as it was that he died. Part of me was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, that Ghostbusters-
Thank God,
Ghostbusters
Ghostbusters done.
3 can go to
However,
bed.
then ready, Bill Murray gets home. And he has a voicemail.
He goes.
No, ready. He
yeah.
presses the voicemail button and he hears, "You have one new message." Boop. Bill, it's Dan. Who? I guess is Bill talking to the voicemail?
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd. I'm sure you heard the news. Ghostbusters has to be rewritten because Harold went and killed himself, or so I think. I don't know. I think the ghosts got him.
Because
He's a lunatic, you remember? Dan
think,
Aykroyd believes like in aliens and
like an
ghosts.
alien
Not that makes him a
conspiracy.
lunatic, but he's a lunatic for wanting Ghostbusters to continue. So apparently Ghostbusters is going on, and I don't know.
Damn.
So,
Yeah. So I guess
I mean,
that's
you know what?
wow.
Is
If ever there was an omen to stop doing something,
Is it weird that I just want? I mean, like, I don't know what the details are, but like, what can we just do? Like, a Ghostbusters, like completely new people.
that was the plan.
Yeah, but why? Can we?
Why
just,
would you do
can we
that?
just do something new in
But
general?
like, without
Like,
the
why
old
don't you just
people
make-
in it. Without the
So why don't you just make a new movie about teenagers who like catching ghosts?
we call it Ghostbusters.
okay, there it is. The Boastgusters, starring Newman
rated R.
for
starring,
pirates. You.
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, that guy.
That's it. Good on Harold Ramis up with
For
the
dying.
ghosts. Yep.
For dying.
But no, he's with the ghosts now, and he's a funny guy. His final joke, he was 69.
He will, he will be missed.
His
That was
final
pretty
gag.
funny, man.
Now you're making me think of old people performing oral pleasure.
Good.
Thank you, Eric.
On each other
Yeah.
at the same time, simultaneously.
You know, that's
So-
pretty acrobatic.
Why don't we talk about TV news, huh?
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, well, what's the first thing in the notes, Jake? You want to read that?
The first dash bullet point for TV news is Gotham. All caps. LOL, 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 LOL. Or la 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 la. Depends how you pronounce
so,
it.
we'll do this briefly. Gotham. Apparently, like
Yeah.
the script leaked.
Yeah, IO9.
And I read it. I didn't read the script, but I read the article on
blurbs,
IO9.
yeah.
Yeah, the blurbs about it because I don't give a. I don't.
Oh,
care.
no.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not-
flipped through the script.
I flipped through it. I mean, like, I'm going to give it a chance and watch it, but I don't
Yeah.
care enough that I'm
No,
like, oh, no
yeah.
spoilers, please. In this case, I don't care. So I read through it, and my goodness, let's just focus on the one thing we want to focus on here is that
Heavy-handed.
Penguin is in the show, and people say that guy looks like a penguin.
Well, yeah,
Then
yeah.
there's the Riddler.
Who's a mortician?
He's a coroner, or something
yeah.
like that, and he gives all the details about the death in riddles.
Yeah, like riddle me this
Why
guy.
would,
So
if they did
Yeah,
that,
I would
they'd be
fire
like,
him.
You're fired.
Yeah. and then the last one we'll say is that there's a girl named Ivy, and they go to her house, and
that's
there's a
not
bunch
even
of that's not I Poison
Her
Ivy's
name's
name.
Pamela.
Yeah, but they go into her house, and there's a bunch of vines and ivy.
was
There's a
plants
bunch of
everywhere.
plants, house plants and stuff. Yeah.
just as bad as kind of like we all thought it would be.
Right.
It's
And
like
apparently
well,
really
it's-
awful.
Like what they're doing is just pretty much what
Pandering.
they're covering their asses for people who don't know Batman, so they have to keep saying like, "Oh, look at that guy! He looks like a penguin."
Yeah, the
or
subtlety is gone.
What are some other ones?
yeah,
that
they
could
go, "Man, that Harvey, he's such a two-face."
keep going.
That doctor was
Victor.
Dr. Victor. He gave me the cold shoulder.
Your face is so mushy, it kind of looks like it's made out of clay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on 3. I'm keeping count.
That Bane guy is a real pain in the back.
got 4.
Oh, man. What's so funny? Why you always got to make a joke?
Man, that guy is so funny. You should dress up like a clown and paint your face because you're just so good at jokes.
6.
You're so much joking inside of you.
There's crocodiles in the Gotham sewer. I heard they're killer.
7. There's got to be one more.
Harley Quinn.
Hey,
that Harlequin gal.
Hey, what day is it? That's calendar.
Let's check the calendar, man.
What's 9 is it?
And the final one. Let me do one. Let me think. Give me a second. The final one is gonna be. Hold on, I got this. Hey, those are my crops. Don't make me scare you, Crow. Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm not referring to a person though.
Man, that guy.
A bonus.
That Ra's al Ghul is.
It's just him.
The end. So we got 11.
I have like 3 more.
Okay, go on.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, you're going to save them in your back pocket?
Just do one.
I'm going to say, why are you keeping track of all the people you kill? Are you some kind of guy who, like, cuts all the people you kill on your body and leaves a tally mark of all the people you murder on your body? Are you...
Next, we've got some news about Marvel. Now, on the flip side, unfortunately, as you know, we hate DC and we love Marvel. Marvel pays us to say all this.
Hey.
Marvel, on the up and up, they announced... In New York, that filming in New York will be their Netflix series.
Yes.
And
starting with Daredevil, I think.
Starting with Daredevil, and there's going to be 60-hour-long episodes in all these Netflix seasons. Yeah. So that not 60 episodes per season, but 60 episodos in total,
That's
right? So however many there are.
If I still have my PA job, I would have been working on.
Well, I'm just gonna get a job anyway.
You know how you get a PA job? You put a walkie-talkie in your ear and you just walk on the set.
That's it.
That's
Nobody's
what I'm gonna
stopping
do. I'm telling you.
Fun fact, kids, put on a suit and tie like I did. If I walked out of here, no one would stop me. If I tried to walk somewhere I'm not supposed to be.
Be on your cell phone, walk
I'm
right
wearing
into
a
the
tie,
trailers.
by the way, if you're listening to the podcast.
I'm telling you, this is great though.
First of all, we'll
This
be
is gonna
there.
be really exciting. Yeah, we'll be around.
Yeah, we'll be there because our
gonna be
studio,
really
of course,
cool.
is in New York.
We're gonna know where Daredevil's gonna be.
And he won't know where we are because he's
Because
blind.
he's blind.
But that's it. There's nothing really too much else to say there. That's kind of a simple, more technical announcement. There's nothing creative necessarily.
No.
But yeah, that's it. That's TV news.
Liking these Netflix shows.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So is this it? Like now we're gonna talk about the video game news?
I should say so.
Are you guys okay for this?
I mean, I'm sure.
All right. Well, it was kind of a light week. Not a lot going on. We had some announcements like Persona 5 is a thing. Metal Gear Ground Zeroes isn't going to be as expensive because people flipped out. But one of the big things this week for Nintendo fans is the internet service that the Wii and Nintendo DS use, the original Nintendo DS, are
AOL?
shutting down. No, not AOL. No, Eric. But they're shutting down the service because...
Why?
I don't know. They're shutting it down in May. Well, because of obsoleteness.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. That was good.
Why did you do that?
Why did
you say that like that? You said it really weird.
That's how you got to do it.
It's gonna be May. That's not right at all.
All right. Well,
Anyway, so wait, they're not doing enough business? Is that it? I don't understand.
no, it's because it's the Wii and DS, not the Wii U and 3DS.
Oh, so it's
And
it's old
obsolete,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, so can people not use it anymore then?
Well, they just can't use internet capabilities. So.
I would ask for a refund.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
a partial
there's still a lot of
refund.
people out there that get a lot of juice out of their Wii.
Yeah, no shit.
You
There's
know?
people. I still play my N64.
Yeah, all right, but that's
In fact, I sold all my other systems. It's the only system I have, and I would never sell it. Ironically,
weird. Every news about Nintendo for the past couple of months has been poo skidoo.
Negtendo.
I mean, like, I'm okay with this, but that's because I'm all for the advancement of, like, the new thing.
So,
But it sucks for a lot of people. Like, I was in GameStop the other day, and I was, like, there for, like, 20 minutes, and the entire, like, 2 people walked up and was like, can I buy a Wii? Not a Wii U, a Wii.
Interesting.
So people are still buying them and using
Interesting.
them.
Well,
So you're as a game guy though, you're in favor of progression, not like sticking with the old crappy shit.
Yeah, but I mean...
So like gentrification of video games, Jake.
Oh, Eric, you're funny.
Gentrification.
We argue about gentrification in real life. So
And I got him.
that was pretty good.
I was going to ask you, Jake.
I smelled it coming, and I was like, I got this.
From your professional video game man opinion, because this is your job, your livelihood, everything you have.
I mean, kind of.
How likely do you think that Nintendo will join the rank of the third party?
Steve Jobs, I thought you were going
The
to
ranks
say.
of who?
The ranks of the third party.
Third Reich? The Third Reich. I thought you were going to say the Third Reich.
The Third Reich.
I mean,
Do you think
they're
it's
there.
What are you,
still.
Kermit? I mean, oh, I'm sorry, that was Randy Newman.
You
got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
I do it really good. Yeah.
Nintendo and ended up like Sega.
Well, Kermit would be like, gee, well, people really aren't buying the Wii U. Other than that, there's not really a lot going on this week. We did get some Order 1886 gameplay, the PlayStation 4
that looks-
exclusive with the guys who shoot stuff.
Order
Give me a
1886.
little more specific.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
That sounds like Call of Duty.
well, I would say the gameplay. I mean, the game looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks
It
incredible.
looks crazy. It doesn't look real.
Cinematical transitions.
Or it does look real.
seamless
Yeah.
transitions
Too
between
real.
cutscenes and
Too real.
gameplay.
Hashtag too real with a 2.
But the gameplay is pretty much just
You play the video
Gears
game.
of War. Like you just take cover and shoot.
Yeah,
I know I'm
take
doing it a little
cover!
disservice. It's probably going to be a swell game, and I like those types of games.
I guarantee that he's the first person
Yeah.
to say it's going to be a swell game about this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that
Probably.
interesting to know you're the first person to say that in the world?
It's going to be
Oh,
a
swell game.
No, but
I use that?
about this game specifically.
Did I say that word?
You just said
Oh,
it's
I
going to be a
didn't even
swell
realize.
game.
Yeah, I'm sure-
I love it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's interesting. It's kind of interesting to know you're the only one.
Let's be the first, all of us right now. I think it's going to be a jolly good
Go.
A jolly good go of a game.
You're the first person who said that. How does it feel?
And here, let me get in on that. I think it's going to be pants shittingly wondrous.
I've actually seen that before.
Pants shittingly wondrous.
Not
Yeah.
wondrous.
Hashtag
go.
pants shittingly wondrous.
That'll be on the box.
Wondrous.
That'll be on the game of
Good,
the
I
year
hope
box
so.
quote. Like-
That's it for video game news, huh? Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
more or less. Some people got fired from Sony Santa Monica,
Eh,
the company that makes
keeps happening.
the last Gears
Keeps happening.
God of War. Yeah, you know what? What are you gonna do?
Kill yourself.
Nope. But really, that's it for video game news, guys. Let us know what you think of that. Now we're gonna move on over to the
Poll! Now, the poll question, this was a good one, I think. Who should play Tupac in the Tupac biopic?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Anyone that says
Biopsy.
biopic, I want to kill myself. It's a biopic. And in third place, we have Anthony Mackie, who actually played Tupac in Notorious, so that makes sense. Somebody said, they were like, oh my God,
Oh.
shared universe!
That's right.
And I was like,
Honestly,
holy shit,
yeah.
that would be
The
great.
Avengers.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Notorious?
No.
It was
Notorious.
it was really good.
No, I didn't see it.
And honestly, if they did do kind of a Marvel universe,
Well, but
of
it's about black
rappers
people,
movie,
right? Everybody understood finally last week that I hate black people. That was like the big thing that people took away.
Yeah, people didn't like that, that humor.
Why
man.
wouldn't they
That
like
was-
that? I mean,
Some people are like, you should stop. And I'm like, no.
You can never
Yeah.
stop.
Next,
No,
we
you
have
can't.
Michael B. Jordan, who I believe we also said last week is one of my fave upcoming
Well, he's
up-and-coming
definitely got
actors,
the
and he's
acting
black, so
chops.
figure that out. Whoa!
He's got the acting chops.
Yeah,
that's
he's
for
great.
Sure. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I could easily see that. I could easily see that.
Yeah.
Like, as far as his status goes, like up and coming, and the role, I could easily see him doing that.
Yeah.
And then in first place, we have Tupac, because, I mean, it's like,
because he's already alive.
he's alive, so.
Well, here's the thing with this. Biggie, Notorious B.I.G.
Yep.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Elvis is dead.
He's in Thugs.
They're really.
He's in
Elvis is-
Thugs Hollow or
Thugs
whatever
Ma-
it was called.
Thugs Mansion.
Thugsvilla. Thugzilla.
Elvis is really dead. He's not.
Right.
Tupac, I think I'm convinced he's.
I mean,
he's
Tupac's-
still alive.
Tupac is alive.
He's got to be alive.
Yeah, he's pulling a.
He's pulling.
pulling tricks.
What the
He's
hell's
he's
it?
actually Tupac
He's
has
pulling
been
a,
in disguise for the past 2 decades.
He's pulling a
as
Dino
Shia LaBeouf.
Spumoni
What? Hiding in the garbage.
in the garbage can
Not
outside of the
Arnold,
boarding
help
house.
me.
Yeah.
No.
Hey kid. Yeah, it's me.
Huh? It wasn't one of
Okay.
his songs about beating women.
You better not touch,
Touch
my
my
gal,
gal.
or I'll pop you in the kisser pound.
So it's about beating.
You better not
perpetrators.
even try, or I'll plant you with a big fat black eye. I don't know,
Oh,
something
I
like
hope
that.
you guys watch Hey Arnold.
They do.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of them probably don't even know what we're talking about. But anyway, that's sad.
sad.
The next poll question is: we were talking, of course, about Space Jam 2 and LeBron James, and then we were talking about Peyton Manning and Adventure Time.
LeBron James.
LeBron James, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to know, who do you think could be in a Space Jam movie?
Not necessarily a Space Jam movie, just a movie
A
about
movie
an
that's
athlete.
like, with an athlete and a cartoon merging.
series,
So we want
yeah.
you to tell us a cartoon series and an athlete.
And an athlete. Just name them both.
Yeah,
in the
put them
same
together.
submission.
You can like the same athlete will appear multiple times, I'm sure, but the combination is what we're looking for.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got to be that combination.
Yep.
And we'll see who does best next week.
let's
You can
put-
vote on Facebook.com/prettymuchit, by the way.
Put Magic Johnson in Scooby Doo.
Oh, I was gonna say something. I was gonna say Muhammad Ali now, present day Muhammad
Yeah.
Ali in SpongeBob.
Oh, why would that be? Why, SpongeBob? Why?
That would be Muhammad Ali, but he'd be like, well,
Oh, that's so
he'd
sad.
be like,
And on that note, we are going to talk about trailers, of course, in the trailer segment. So please click the link in the info to make sure that you can go check that out. I think we're only really talking about Godzilla, though, right? It's a big trailer, though, so make sure you
Big
check it out.
trailer for a big,
Big
lizard.
Zilla.
big monster.
But yeah, that's it for pretty much it. And that's pretty much it.
Thanks for
Well,
having
you
us.
said pretty much it 3 times in a row.
I said it 3 times in a row.
Okay.
Thanks for having us, guys. Have a good night. Be sure to
Eat your hot dogs.